of my channel. In this video, I'm going to present to you on this wonderful in-depth look of the 1997 Nissan Pickup. So I'm here at the S5 Inland Resort. It is a beautiful place where my little brother celebrated on his 9th birthday, and all of my cousins are swimming there at the swimming pool, but except me, because I'm busy with filming the awesome pickup. Good for this one, it's good for off-roading, everything else. And I'm going swimming later on after I film this. So as always, this is gonna be a startup, taking an exhaustive performance, details, and culture review. I will show you the most interesting features from the interior as well as exterior. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this wonderful pickup truck. So, here's the key. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, this is a 5-speed manual gearbox. Runs absolutely fantastic.
The D21 Ultra Eagle uses a rack and pinion power steering system with speed proportional hydraulic setup. The steering wheel is an aftermarket which is made up in wood trim all around with chrome metal in every spokes, and it is obviously a 4-spoke design. The only transmission choice for the 1997 D21 Ultra Eagle is a 5-speed manual gearbox. To put this truck into reverse, just push the lever all the way to the right and down. In addition, the gear knob of this truck is made in wood trim. On a typical utility vehicle on the year 90s, a parking brake of the Ultra Eagle is hand operated, but it is mounted on the right side of the steering wheel column. To release or deactivate the parking brake, just pull the lever, twist it to the right, and then push all the way down. To activate the parking brake, just simply pull it back up.
So, let's go ahead, turn on the headlights, high beam as well. turn on the hazards. All windows are fully manual. And this lever to open up your bonnet. So leave the engine running on and let's take a look at the exterior of this pickup.
Powering the Ultra Eagle is the Nissan's BD25 engine, which composed 2.5 liter, single overhead cam, 8-valve, 4-cylinder diesel engine with direct injection fuel system. The truck generates 81 horsepower with a maximum rev of 4,300 RPM. This truck is mated with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and the drivetrain of the Ultra Eagle is a rear-wheel drive vehicle. The D21 hardbody pickup truck was first produced by Nissan in Japan way back 1955 as the Datsun truck, and it was originally sold under the Datsun brand. Datsun's 120 series is the first ever pickup truck that was introduced in 1955, which is based on Datsun 110 body style or the first generation Nissan Bluebird. Of course, the Datsun 120 series is the replacement of the Datsun 6147 truck predecessor, which produced from 1953 until 1955. At that time, there were few body styles such as delivery van, panel van, only the 120, and a crew cab version were available. In addition, the 220 was introduced in 1957, which is largely unchanged to the 120 appearances that continue to be built in a cheaper version, and it is related to the Datsun Bluebird 210. In 1983, the Datsun brand was dropped and switched to the Nissan brand to make it as a Nissan Datsun nameplate. In summary, the D21 hardbody was 42 years on its production, covering up approximately 6 generations. This was the last generation of the D21 series, which is in a production between 1985 and 2008. Also, it was the successor of the Datsun 720 and sold worldwide in several body styles, and it is offered either petrol or diesel engine. In 1997, the D21 series was discontinued to give way to the Frontier and Navara successor. However, in Latin America like Mexico, the D21 was still in a production until 2008, while in Venezuela, it is still in a production as of 2014. In appearance, this pickup truck has a strong, reliable, and robust appeal to it because of its boxy design body structure. Exterior features for the D21 Ultra Eagle includes halogen projector headlights on a reflector lens, indicators on the front silver painted bumper, chrome front grille, mudguards, black accented side mirror caps and door handles, side step metal bars, halogen projector taillights, sport bar for the cargo bed, and a rear metal bar bumper. This pickup truck rides on 15-inch alloy rims. The rims are wrapped in Frontier Sime tires. Brakes consist of front ventilated discs and rear drum brakes. Suspension-wise, the front gets double wishbone setup while the rear gets leaf springs.
From the interior, it has a simple leather trim panel, your speaker, your window controls manually, I don't know what it controls this. Actually, the interior of the pickup is very simple as well. Your manual seat controls, your seat back, and seat sliding position. Alrighty, so let's jump in and let's see how the pickup truck sounds. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. The interior of the pickup truck, especially the dashboard, is very simple as well. From the 1997 model. So let's proceed. It has a center console with some storage and armrest, but it's removed because it replaces the radio system. Speaker right here. Storage radio system, but it's not working. Power outlet. Coin storage or ashtray. Simple aircon controls. AC controls, fan speed, temperature, different modes with front defrost and recycling vents. Your hazard switch, two aircon vents from center. Right here you got your wiper controls. Your light and indicator controls, small storage area, and I almost forgot, this is your instrument cluster. Right here you got your temperature meter, your fuel meter which is not working, your speedometer, and this is your rev limiter. This pickup truck has 231,770 kilometers on it. The steering wheel has no tilt and telescopic. Fuse box. Sunshade. Manual dimming. Rear view mirror. And your cabin light as well. Right, so that's it for our review from the interior. Let's shut it down. And continue with the rest of the review.
To open up the D21's cargo bed tailgate, you have to unlock those two latches on both sides and drop the tailgate down. The cargo bed measures approximately 1400 mm estimated in length, 1466 mm in width, and 428 mm in height respectively. Maximum payload for this truck is around 2,000 pounds with a towing capacity of 3,500 pounds. A bed liner is standard, while the truck bed sport bar is customized. A spare tire is located on the cargo bed.
To open up the fuel cap, there's no lever, but only the key. Your ashtray. Your handles. That other door is not working as well. So open up. Just pull this lever. And right here, you got your toolkit of the materials of the jack, and all of it. I must say the leg room is not too bad. The leg room just like this, and my headroom just like this. So not bad. Let's just say the interior is more simple, like I said before. That's for the back. We do have grip handles on top. There are cabin lights. What else? That's pretty much it. Well, it's a quite good amount of space inside the vehicle. You have the same set of adjustments. Your sit back and seat sliding position. Your lockable glove box. Sadly, it's not working because this one. Sunshade, grip handles. Alright, so let's take the Nissan Pickup to the first drive. And then soon later on, start it up. Wait 10 seconds. This is diesel, litre. Fire start up. And brake, reverse. Okay. Let's see how it goes. runs slowly. This is totally amazing as well. Absolutely fantastic.
With this truck's condition, there are few problems that this truck experienced. However, this truck runs fine and the engine is very reliable after 16 years of usage. Now let's talk about the driving capabilities. Powering by the 2.5-liter diesel engine, the truck drives fairly well just like a normal truck, but it doesn't mean that this truck is more powerful. In the vehicle from the 90s, the D21 Ultra Eagle has the power to develop more speed even without a turbo, and it takes a lot of effort to take this truck a speed even in a low speed. As I driven this truck on the rocky road, the suspension works really fine, but I've heard and realized some weird squeaky sound through the suspension, which I found it weird and really worried about it because unless otherwise it will cause trouble. Speaking of trouble, I was really worried about the timing belt of this truck because noticing that every startup there was a squeaking sound, which you've probably heard. It kind of reminds me of the screaming lady, which I found it annoying. Currently, the timing belt on this truck has been replaced to a new one. About the handling of the car, the hydraulic power steering was not too soft and not too tight, but it handles just right, although it needs to have a force and a better grip in able to maneuver the car even in some tight corners. The 5-speed manual transmission response works good, but not too responsive. Also, the clutch needs a bit of force, while the brakes are not too responsive, but it works quite fine. The ride and comfort of this car is quite good because the seats are nicely bolstered and cushioned, which it gives support and it is comfortable throughout. What I like about on this truck is the simplicity based on its looks. Because all of the car's amenities are no electronics applied, but everything are manual. I have no issues about this truck, but the only issues for this are some multiple problems that this car experienced. Overall, the truck runs like it doesn't experience problems at all. Even it has a lot of issues, still, the car is reliable and durable as it is.
Civic, this one is pretty the craziest in the piece pickup truck that I've ever driven. Even low speeds. Yeah. Spark it up. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Actually, this is crazy. Yeah, that's it.
Well guys, I hope that's it of our startup, full walk-around review, and road test of this 1997 Nissan D21 Ultra Eagle pickup 4x2 crew cab mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. If you like this video, make sure you hit thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow all of my social media platforms. As always, I will see you next time with 4 more latest videos on YouTube. Thank you for watching and mabuhay!